everyone, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is ALYSSA COTTEN and I work with new coaches, counselors, content creators, and entrepreneurs, and I help them heal their anxieties and their trauma so they can thrive in their business. And today we are going to talk about the benefits of waking up at 5 a.m. You heard it, 5 a.m. and I'm going to talk about specifically the mental health benefits of getting up before the rest of the world does. Let's get started. So you might be wondering, why on earth would you decide willingly to get up at 5 in the morning? And there's a big trend right now. I'm sure you've looked online on YouTube, podcasts, audiobooks, even physical books. There is this huge trend right now of joining the 5 a.m. club. And this is not a new thing. Many of successful entrepreneurs, many successful high achievers, they talk about getting up before the rest of the world. So what is the true benefit of getting up at 5 in the morning? So in today's video, I'm talking about the 5 benefits that can help your mental health by waking up at 5 in the morning. And so let's just dive in really deep. So I found out about the 5 a.m. club a couple of weeks ago. Haley Hoffman-Smith, I'll insert her video here. She talked about the 5 a.m. club and getting into the state of flow. So the state of flow really goes back to always goes back, if you've seen any of my videos, hunter-gatherer lifestyle. So we are social creatures. As a result of being a social creature, we want to be connected with our friends, our family, our peers, and as soon as we wake up, depending if we wake up at 7, 8, 9, whatever time we wake up, we typically grab our phone and we're checking to see what the world is doing. We're checking social media, we're checking our emails, we're checking our texts. We're instantly looking to connect with the rest of the world. So the goal is, when you wake up at 5 a.m., nobody is awake. There's nobody to connect to. So there's this internal pressure that we have to connect, to be saying, I'm on top of it, or I'm doing this, or I'm connecting, or I'm seeing what other people are doing. That pressure that we put on ourselves actually really dials down, because if you wake up at 5 a.m., most people aren't really up online until 8. So that gives you a solid 3 hours before the rest of the world gets up for you to take care of yourself, especially take care of your mental health. So us being social creatures, what happens is we wake up and then we feel panicked and we feel like we're already behind schedule. And if we need to take time for our mental health, usually our mental health, our self-care is the first thing that goes. So if we can get up a little bit early, such as 5 a.m., we can take that time to nurture and tend to our self-care, aka our mental health needs. So that dives in right away to our first one. So the first main benefit of waking up at 5 a.m. is self-care, having time where you're not comparing on social media, you're not checking your work emails, no one is awake, no one's there for business hours for you to do any work. So the only thing you have to worry about is yourself. You get to give yourself permission to be 100% selfish and only worry about your needs. You might find yourself saying, wow, I actually have time to just sit and read a book, or really just sit there and enjoy my coffee and enjoy the experience of connecting to my thoughts. Maybe you take some time in your journaling, and instead of doing a quick 1-minute journal of, I'm grateful for this, that, I gotta go out of the house, you can actually sit down and really take a journal and really reflect on maybe your goals, the things that you want to attract into your life, things that you're working on, and you can really go at a pace that feels comfortable for you. So the first tip, the first benefit of joining the 5 a.m. club is taking time in the morning for your self-care. So having that time without that pressure that you have to be on social media right away, or respond to emails, or rush to get to work, you can actually get up at 5 a.m. and enjoy taking time to meditate. I know for me, since I've joined the 5 a.m. club, I've spent the first hour just meditating, doing affirmations, journaling, doing those different internal stuff that I would normally rush through. Normally I would pick a 5-minute meditation and be like, okay, check mark, done. And now I can say, wait a minute, I can actually do maybe a 20-minute or even a 30-minute meditation, because I don't have this pressure that I need to get up and go and be faster and be at work at time, or get online to show up for my audience, that I can just do it in the here and now. So that is tip number 1 of the benefits of joining the 5 a.m. club, is for your mental health self-care. The benefit number 2 is eating breakfast. We live in a society that's constantly go, 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 and usually our breakfast is eaten in the car, it's grab and go, it might be a coffee, a granola bar, but very rarely do we sit down and eat breakfast. Just mindless connecting, mindful, whatever you want, whether you're not connecting or you're connecting, but just to eat your breakfast, not to be multitasking, such as scrolling to check your emails for the day, or even feel like I have no time to even eat breakfast. And we know that breakfast is very important because it starts the day, it starts at fueling our system, fueling our body so we can take on the rest of the day like a champ. So waking up at 5 a.m., another huge benefit is getting breakfast and being able to cook a nice breakfast. Having a nice warm meal that's not quick is going to also really help you set the tone for the day. So if you are taking time to eat and nurture your body is going to repay you back with so many good benefits for starting the day off with fuel and nourishing your brain and giving your brain the proper hydration and nutrition that you need to take on the day like a champ. The benefit number 3 for waking up at the 5 a.m. club for your mental health is being productive. Because you are waking up before the rest of the world, you get into the state of flow and you're not checking your emails, you're not checking your notifications because nobody's emailing you and nobody's notifying you. So this is the peak time. For example, if you wanted to film your YouTube videos or maybe create your TikToks for the week or even create your posts on Instagram, this would be a perfect time to be in that creative state because there's no timeline that's saying get up and rush to work. You can get up, you can meditate, you can eat breakfast, and then you can get into a state of creation. And creation is fun, and nobody likes to be in creation mode with a time limit of I've got 1 hour to do 5 YouTube videos, and then the videos are super choppy or they don't feel like a state of flow, and then we're like, oh, why did I not just wait and do it when I felt better? So feeling productive. You might also be able to go through all of your emails through work in this time because no one's going to respond back, so you can use that time to get all the emails out, clear out your inbox, and when you get to work, everything is perfect. Zero inbox, ready to start the day ahead of the game. Not only work productivity, but maybe house productivity. Maybe this is a time where you listen to an audiobook and you do some chores around the house, or this might be the time that you really clean up and do a project or do some yard work. This can be a time where you are connecting to your personal needs that kind of get pushed aside because we have this saying of I don't have enough time and I'll take care of that later, and then later never comes around. So if you're getting up at 5 a.m., there is no reason not to take care of the things in your projects and your tasks because you are going to be so much more productive because the things that you're going to get done are going to be way faster because you don't have those distractions, those outside notifications sending that, oh, I gotta check my phone. Okay, don't check my phone, check my phone. We've all had that battle where we say, I'm just going to put my phone away and not check it, and then we hear ping or it's connected to our watch and we're just so interconnected at all times that it just doesn't work out the way we want it to. Benefit number 4 is time for exercise. So exercise is one of the biggest benefits for our mental health. When I'm working with my clients, if they are experiencing anxiety or depression or flashbacks, mood swings, first question I ask them is, what is your current exercise routine? Have you been neglecting your exercise? So we know that exercise promotes so many benefits. We've got serotonin, we've got endorphins, we've got oxytocin, we've got dopamine, all of those really good feel-good chemicals that are being sent to the brain, which helps our brain balance. So starting your day off with exercise is going to help your mental health extremely. It's going to help your mental health in so many ways. And I'm not saying go take a HIIT workout class. If that's what you're into, great. I'm saying go on a walk, do a at-home exercise, do some yoga, do some Pilates, do a treadmill workout, whatever you do, as long as you're moving your body. And I can't take credit for this statement, but there's 2 things you can ask yourself. When I'm exercising, do I want to sweat or stretch? So doing one of those 2 things every single day can really help you stay connected and on top of your mental health. So sweating is obviously doing an activity that's going to make you sweat, or stretching is doing an activity that's going to allow you to be slowing down to stretch. That could be yoga, that could physically just be sitting there stretching. So doing one of those 2 things every single day during the 5 a.m. club will allow you to get so much benefits for your mental health. And benefit number 4 is better sleep hygiene. And what that means is waking up at 5 a.m., you're gonna have to be very diligent about what time you go to bed. That might be 9 o'clock, 9:30, or pushing 10:30, 11. you know that getting up at 5 in the morning means you have to go to bed a little bit earlier. And what that's going to do, it's going to help your body's natural rhythm of getting into a sleep cycle, because your body is going to naturally start to say, hey, every night I go to sleep around 9, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I need to start winding down. And creating that bedtime routine of you calming your mind, calming your body is going to help you prepare to get up at 5 a.m. And then when you start to get up at 5 a.m., your body is going to get into a really healthy routine. So you get up at 5 a.m., you do your self-care, you do your exercise, you eat your breakfast, you get really productive. And then before you've even started the workday, you've gotten so much done that your body is going to say, wow, we had such an amazing day. I'm gonna go to work, and then I have the whole evening to myself because I already got so much done. And so when your head hits the pillow at night and you're reflecting on the day, there's going to be so much more gratitude because you're going to be filled with such joy that you got so much done and you felt so productive. And so creating that sleep routine is so beneficial, because if you are experiencing anxiety, if you are experiencing depression, getting on a routine is one of the easiest things that you can do to help your mental health, because routines help give us structure. And we have structure, our mental health symptoms tend to scale back, because then our mind and body know what to expect, know what's expected out of us, and we're able to get it in a more seamless, easy transition. And so sleep, we know, is so beneficial for our mental health. And so creating that routine that allows you to go to bed early and then wake up and have that morning at a pace that's comfortable for you is going to be really beneficial. So let me recap those 5 benefits before I talk about some potential barriers or roadblocks. So the first one is finding self-care, getting that self-care for your mental health. The second one is getting a breakfast where you can slow down and actually eat your breakfast. The third benefit is feeling productive, being productive. Benefit number 4 is creating a exercise routine. And benefit number 5 is sleep. So obviously those are amazing benefits, but you might be asking yourself, all right, so how do I do this successfully? There's probably going to be some roadblocks and barriers. And anytime we start a new routine, it's so important that we talk about potential roadblocks or barriers so we can find a solution to work through them. So let's talk about different barriers or roadblocks that you might experience as you're embarking on this 5 a.m. journey. So some roadblocks is if you've never woken up at 5 a.m., for me, before I started this, I was an 8, sometimes 9 a.m. I don't work till noon, so I would get up around 8 or 9. So for me, that's almost 4 or 5 hours earlier. So for me, it was really hard. I was really tired the first few days. I needed that extra cup of coffee, and my body wanted to stay up later, and my whole sleep cycle was totally off. So giving yourself enough time, don't do it on a week that you have to do a huge presentation at work or something that you need a really restful night of sleep, because it's going to feel very choppy, and then eventually you're going to get right into it. So that's a huge barrier. Just being aware of that you're going to be extremely tired and that your sleep schedule is going to be off for a little. So another barrier that could be potential is if you work late. If you work really late into the evenings, or you have a job that requires you to be on call, this might be really hard for you because of your work lifestyle. So what you can do is find a time frame that allows you to get up maybe at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or finding a time where you can get up before the rest of the world or before your friends do, your work does. So that way you can find a period of zen, mental health, deliciousness in your morning. Another barrier or roadblock is family. If you live in a household with other people, it might not be reasonable for you to get up at 5 a.m. They might say, stop exercising, I'm trying to sleep. And so that's something you also have to be mindful of, is your living environment. And what you can do is maybe encourage them to join you, and they might say, you are crazy, and that's okay, but giving it a try. And you can always get those noise canceling headphones, so you can put those on while you're walking around your home, your apartment, listening to your audiobooks, your meditation, or even your guided workout that you're doing in the house to help keep it quiet. So ask yourself, what could you see as a potential barrier or roadblock, and put it in the comment below, and let's see if we can come up with a solution together to help you get through it. So those are some barriers. I would love to share my experience. So I've been waking up with the 5 a.m. club, and some of the really things I didn't really notice that I would enjoy is having the time to go slow. And normally I am fueled with this pressure to go fast, 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 get a million things done. And I'm on autopilot. So I'm just going on my to-do list, check, 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 and I'm not actually present. And one of my goals this year for 2021 was to be more present in the different activities and experiences that I'm doing. And so since I've been embarking on this 5 a.m. journey, I've been able to be more present because I don't have to look at my watch and say, oh my gosh, I have to get to work in 20 minutes. Now I need to do my morning routine and my exercise and this and that in 20 minutes. There's no way, what am I gonna cut? I get to say, wow, what is something that I want to do that I haven't been able to get done? And I kid you not, I have had something on my to-do list since last October. I'm not even joking. And I finally was able to get it done because everything else was done. And I was able to just say, all right, I'm going to tackle this item on my to-do list that I've been dreading. It's sorting my mail. I hate sorting my mail. I don't know if it's a millennial thing, but I just really dread opening mail and sorting it. So it's just been in a pile for like 10 months. I know it's so bad, but I was able to tackle that during the 5 a.m. club. And I'm just so grateful that I was able to be in that state of flow, that I wasn't distracted, I wasn't checking my phone. So I encourage you to try the 5 a.m. club. Let me know in the comments below if you are going to do this challenge, if you've done this challenge, and let me know what your benefits are. Again, if you are someone that is struggling with anxiety or depression, or you've got some unresolved traumas, I would love to work with you with my online program, Inner Compass Accelerator, and see if you're a good fit for that program. Again, my name is ALYSSA Cotton. I'd love for you to follow me on Instagram so you can see some behind the scenes of my own 5 a.m. club experience. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I release videos out every single Monday. I hope you have a great day. Bye.